What's up, smarty people? It's KeysDAN with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live in a living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Smarter? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you could have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. The people need to be entertained. Oh, you're not entertained. Let me entertain you. Also, if you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast. It's called What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. Now, on with the show. Today on the program, interesting facts. Interesting facts about Alpines. Alpine Swifts can remain in flight for 200 days. You might be good at multitasking, but you probably aren't as good as the Alpine Swift. The small swallow-like bird found in Europe and Africa can remain in flight for about 200 days while migrating, during which time they can eat insects, groom themselves, and even sleep while airborne. Alpine Swifts, native to Switzerland, will fly all the way to Western Africa in order to stay warm during the winter, a distance of thousands of miles. And you thought a trip to Florida was long. I want to go to Florida. Weighing in at just 1/5 of a pound, Alpine Swifts, their scientific term is Tachymarptis melba, are tiny but mighty. They spend almost their entire lives airborne, although they do roost and breed off cliff faces and other high rocky areas, and they come from a distinguished family. Scientists have discovered that the closely related common swift Apus, APUS, can stay airborne for up to 10 months uninterrupted. Now considered the world's longest continuous flight. Both birds have evolved to adapt to a life in the sky. Swift's legs tend to be small and clumsy, making the creatures vulnerable to predators while they're on the ground. Once airborne, though, they can fly fast and free. Few more little tidbits of information. Altitude reached by bar-headed geese, the highest flying migratory birds, 5.5 miles in the air. Wildebeest, who migrate across the Serengeti to follow the rains each year, 1.3 million. Average litter size of the Alpine Swift, 4. Miles flown by the Arctic tern in a year, the longest migration of any animal. I think we discussed that in our previous podcast. 49,700 miles. More tidbits of information to fill your brain with knowledge. Be the smartest person at the dinner party. Dormice can hibernate for as long as 11 months. It's no surprise that dormice are prolific hibernators. Their name comes from the French for to sleep, after all. After eating so much throughout the summer that they can double their body weight, the tiny, adorable creatures, made famous by Alice in Wonderland, make nests on the forest floor to prepare for the nap of all naps. Though they usually hibernate for around 6 months, they're capable of doing it for as long as 11 and looking absolutely precious all the while. Hey, do you have some interesting facts? Send them my way. Drop me some comments, like, subscribe, share. Add me on Spotify and YouTube for that matter. I need some more subscribers. If you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast. It's called What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere. Hashtag What Makes You Famous. It's interesting conversations with people just like you. That's it for this edition of What Makes You Smarter. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.